Hello, and let me sit down because then the audio will be more like I intend. Hello and welcome to the sixth video, in the BigDelta build blog of mine. In this video I'm going to be talking about power choice for my BigDelta. So yeah, let's get right into it. I'm going to be running my 3D printer on 24 volts, which will present some challenges. But also some benefits. It'll provide quicker heat up for the hot end, and if I'm gonna be putting a heated bed on top, I'm considering buying a heated bed. Buy this like extra that I can place on top and use if I want to print ABS or PETG parts. I'm gonna see if I can print PETG parts without heat, but I doubt it. So I'll do an update video when I get to that. But yeah, 24 volts, one of the other big reasons that I went for 24 volts is because, guess what I had laying around? 24 volt, 15 amp, made in China power supply. Bang. Anyways, so 24 volts gives me some problems. I might want to run a Raspberry Pi off of, along with this 3D print as well, because I really do like Octoprint. I'm going to try out I'm going to be using a smoothie board that's out of reach, so I'm not going to bother. I might use the build an Ethernet on that and use the web interface, see how I like that, because I don't really need the camera feed. I just really like the slicer integration, but yeah, saving a G file and uploading it shouldn't be too bad. So yeah, which I'm actually not entirely sure if that's an option. I should check that. But anyways, and I also will be needing 12 volts for several different fans, and I'm going to be needing 5 volts for this sensor as well. And I'm not going to be providing 5 volts with a USB cable because my 3D printer is going to be in this filming area over there in the corner, while my PC is in the other end of the room over there. So even if I wanted to, that would require USB extenders and all sorts of stuff I don't want to do. I could put a laptop there. I do actually have a spare laptop, but that's just so clunky. I just want to turn it on, go to my PC, go to a web page and start a print. And that's what I'm currently doing with my other 3D printer. It's an old Hoxley with a Raspberry Pi on it, along with the other control board, of course. So that was a long jamble to get into this. This is I'm also running 24 volts on my Raspberry Pi, on my RedWrap Hoxley. And to do that I have this ugly box. I had a project box laying around. I guess that's not threading. Oh well. So I have a project box around. I have one here for 5 volts. It's probably actually like that. And one over here for 12 volts. And so what I have in here is 2 of these 3 amp buck regulators and a relay. And the relay is on the 24 volts. The input to these regulators, I'm just going to leave this here, it seems I'm pointing to this a lot. The input to these regulators are fed directly from the input on the back here. So regardless of the 24 volt being on and off, that's only the case for the 24 volt output. The 12 volt and the 5 volt can be turned on and off independently. And then I have some buttons here because there were holes in the case. I didn't want there to be holes in the case, so I put these buttons in so these voltmeters light up when I push the button so I can see the voltages. I never use that, so I'm not going to be doing that in my 3D printed box that I'm going to be building for my BigDelta. As you might have noticed when I turned this around, my screw fell out again. I have quite a few holes in here. Originally I didn't have that, and it actually worked fine, but considering there's one of these bolts down here in the bottom, so like that, and that it got quite warm to the touch up here, I really didn't think that was good for these. So I drilled some holes directly underneath the modules, over here and here, and on the side above them. And that's made a world of a difference. They're cool to the touch even when I take the lid off now. The 12 volt always remain cool, so the torch is just running a single fan, but the 5 volt is running the printer's electronics and the Raspberry Pi. So that's getting loaded down a fair bit. Anyways, I think that's what I have. Nope. I also have this. It is a derivative of one of these password covers on Thingiverse. I downloaded the OpenSCAD file because I liked the look of it, but I didn't like how it was actually exposed down here. Didn't like that. So, and it wasn't really configurable, it was one size only. So I took it into OpenSCAD, I turned everything into variables, variable based, and have it configurable now. The holes are fixed distance. I wasn't as good back then in OpenSCAD as I is now. I'm still pretty shit, but I think I could do a better job than I did back then. But the holes are referenced to this side, and I believe that's this side up here. But it is fully customizable in this dimension, this hole size, and an LED indicator that I chose not to put in by setting the hole size to 0. And then a switch that you can just push in. You might notice that this switch is a bit loose, but that's because my current printer isn't the greatest and the hole was too small and I forced it and one of the tabs broke off. But yeah, so I would like 220 volts to be exposed. Oh, and I printed this a bit too long, so I had to bend out these, but it's a very snug fit at least. So I'm gonna put this cover in here as well. I gotta have 220 running in there, and the printer wire is coming out here, 24 volts. That should be about it for the power supply video. Thank you for watching. I hope you're enjoying these videos. And if you're building a Delta, BigDelta, hope they're helping you out with making some choices. Thanks for watching and bye.